The 2014 SNAME Boat Design Competition, sponsored by the Apprentice School, marks the 7th year of Newport News Shipbuilding's commitment to developing and maintaining strong ties between our company and our community.
SNAME is the Society of Naval Architects and Marine Engineers, established by ship architects and ship constructors probably well over 100 years ago. It's an international society designed to advance the state-of-the-art of shipbuilding in the world.
This year, 44 teams representing 20 high schools from around the state of Virginia registered to compete. Of those, 29 teams from 11 different high schools submitted completed design packages by the December 20th, 2013 deadline.
The packages consist of teams' design history notebooks, final drawings, completed calculations, and 3D models if one was created.
The completed packages were reviewed and judged by 10 SNAME student members who narrowed the field down to 12 finalists. Design parameters change from year to year to prevent any one school from gaining an advantage.
As the apprentice students continue to evolve the competition itself, they don't want any one high school to become predominant in this competition. So to mix things up, they change the guidelines every year so that they extend the creativity as well as the breadth of participation by the high schools, so that everyone has an equal chance of making it to the finalist competition.
One of the new things we added was the team mentor. So we had folks from the Apprentice School and the SNAME chapter and engineering assigned to work with the teams. Hopefully that helped you out this year, gave you another person to ask questions to.
The mentorship, they do a really good job. They help me a lot. They explain every concept for me and everything's straight.
This year's competition was a little bit different. Last year we had, everybody had to tow a barge. This year we made it a ferry design, and the students were required to design a ferry that could carry a minimum of 30 bricks representing cars at the deck level of their vessel.
In late March, all teams were invited to the awards luncheon held at the brand new Apprentice School facility. The purpose of this event is to reveal the 12 finalists, give recognition to everyone involved in putting on this remarkable event, and ultimately to name the final 4 teams who will compete for the coveted Rock Trophy, which symbolizes the NNS commitment to quality. Also, superlative awards were given in 5 categories. Most aesthetically pleasing went to Freedom Eagles. Best team name was Ferry Princess, playing on this year's ferry boat theme. Best Design History Notebook was awarded to Peer Pressure. Most masterful pun went to Boy and Sea, and Seduction was recognized for Best Logo. By the time the final 4 were revealed, shipbuilder apprentices were already grinding, welding, measuring, and constructing the winning boat designs. Once the boats were built and tested, the 4 teams met on Lions Bridge at the Mariners Museum and Park for sea trials on Lake Maury. This pre-race get-together allows students to see their completed projects for the first time, survey the race course and surroundings, and get accustomed to the remote controls used to steer the boats.
This is student test day for the boat design competition. So we got 2 teams from Jamestown High School on the bridge, and they are out testing their boats to see if they can dock them.
Look at that, it didn't hit the barge.
The sun shone brightly on a near-perfect April morning as the final 4 teams gathered again at the Lions Bridge. Pre-race preparation began with a drawing by team captains to determine race order, followed by a final meeting to explain instructions and rules, and then the traditional boat christenings.
I christen thee in the name of the boat time.
I christen thee the Titanic too.
I christen thee in the name of Hampton'S.
As the crowd lined up on the bridge, crews were adding finishing touches to their projects. After they installed the battery and attached the motor and rudder assembly, the boats were launched and navigated to the south end of the bridge to load the bricks in accordance with the rules. The speed contest began with Prophecy first out of the gate, one of 2 finalists from Jamestown High School.
Prophecy will be going first. Okay, they are off on their high-speed run. Prophecy is from Jamestown High School. as they head towards the finish line. Their boat weighs 395 pounds. Titanic, you can now proceed to the starting line too.
Next up, Titanic 2, representing Lee County Technical and Career Center, all the way from Lee County, Virginia, the furthest geographical point in Virginia from the Hampton Roads area. The two final contestants for the speed portion of the competition were Jamestown High's other team, A Boat Time, and Hampton's Finest from Hampton High School.
Here comes Hampton's Finest, our fourth boat in the high-speed race.
All teams performed admirably for this race, and Titanic 2 turned in the day's fastest time. The second and final race of the day, the scenario race, focused on navigation and maneuverability. Teams chose between two courses, one that mimicked the real Cape May Lewis ferry, or the other which followed the Jamestown, Scotland ferry route. Varying wind directions made this race extra challenging for the students. Jamestown High's A Boat Time finished first in this event, followed closely by fellow classmates Prophecy.
Great job, guys.
By midday, all events were completed. The crowd gathered at the south end of the bridge while the judges calculated the final results. Food and drink were available by a concession stand, and free lemonade was provided by Woodmen of the World. Once scores were tabulated and penalties assessed, the awards were announced.
Our fourth place finishers in this competition are Hampton's Finest from Hampton High School. Good job, guys. Good job. Titanic 2 from Lee County Career and Technical Center is our third place finisher. They also received the award for driving the furthest to get here. Our second place finishers are Prophecy from Jamestown High School. Come on up. As you can see, it was a close race between Titanic 2 and Prophecy this year. And our champions, we have A Boat Time from Jamestown High School, this year's winner. Great job.
Competition was tight for this year's boat design competition, with only 6 points separating first and third place. Ultimately, with 56 points, first place went to A Boat Time from Jamestown High School.